Good evening, everybody. Well, folks, this is it. We started our tournament with 60 players. Tonight, we are down to our final two, and one of these two, KHANAnaphone or LackAttack24, will be the grand champion of the 2018 Legend of Zelda Any Percent No Up+A tournament. Hi, everyone. This is LOZ Cards Fan 23, along with my partner Adirondack Rick. Well, these two fine contestants are here right now. LackAttack24 has absolutely been destroying this game. He is 11-0 in this tournament, including 2 sub-29s. KHANAnaphone was just a manhandler away from forcing a rubber game in his match in the winner's bracket finals against LackAttack24. What is it going to take tonight for KHANAnaphone to have any chance to take down the world record holder?
Just keep playing the game that he's been playing. He's been making some great races. We saw that against Presticle in the other semifinal.
Absolutely. We had a tie, believe it or not, in that bonus bracket final between KHANAnaphone and Presticle. KHANAnaphone did win the next two matches. By the way, he set race records during that time, personal best. So right now, KHANAnaphone is on an all-time high right now. And if he can put up that consistency here against LackAttack24, I think he could make some noise and potentially break LackAttack's perfect run here in this tournament.
Yeah, the thing is that, these runners here are in a position where anything can happen, anything can go, and who knows? I mean, this is why we're going to play these races. Who knows what's going to happen in level 9?
Yeah, absolutely. And how these guys got there from the bracket stages, KHANAnaphone defeated Cake Sauce, Random Effect, and K-Mac before being taken down by LackAttack and then defeating Presticle. LackAttack defeated Jam Eviler, Four Eye Steven, Cantaloupe Me, and KHANAnaphone to get to where he is right now. Because he is the winner's bracket champion, he gets a 1-game early incentive. So he only needs 2 wins to take home the title, whereas KHANAnaphone will need 3 victories in order to secure his championship. We are underway. So we're going to find out who is going to be the first one to screen scroll their way into level 3 first. Now, there is a little bit of a delay here, but we will try to get everybody in sync as soon as we possibly can. It looks like that LackAttack is going to have a very slight lead. Now that we do have everybody in sync, we can now see that, yes, it is a very slight lead for LackAttack, and that doesn't really mean much early going. First thing they're going to be looking for, they want to get that candy bomb drop for these orange dark nuts. Let's see if either one can get it.
KHANAnaphone is going the north route here, as opposed to LackAttack, who is going to try to kill the first dark nut. Does not get it, so that takes a little bit longer. You got to clear this room, but he does clean the bombs. Now, KHANAnaphone, it's important that he has sword beams for this room that he's trying to kill these he's in the shoot room, because having beam swords helps you against these, and it gets you into this room here. So right now, just a slight lead for KHANAnaphone.
Absolutely, and that is a choice that these runners can make. They can either do the method that LackAttack just did or the method KHANAnaphone just did, and
LackAttack having the better room against the Dark Nuts here, and unfortunately KHANAnaphone having a really, really rough setup. So LackAttack, first one to the raft.
Yes, indeed, he will be the first one to the raft at $1.35. KHANAnaphone is going to be roughly 10 seconds behind him. Let's call it 8 seconds.
Let's explain something here, by the way. First of all, these runners here, as you can notice, LackAttack24 has a 1-0 lead in this series. That's not because these two have raced each other already. It's because LackAttack, as the top bracket winner here, does get that 1-game advantage over KHANAnaphone, who had to come out of the elimination bracket.
Yeah, that is correct. So, as I had mentioned before the race started, LackAttack only needs 2 victories in order to lock up the 2018 tournament. Let's see how he does against Manhandla. Does not get the bullseye, but does get it in 2 bombs and gets the all-important bomb drop. So he's going to be out of level 3 first with 8 bombs in hand. That's a good start for Lack.
See how KHANAnaphone does against this manhandler. Setup is a little bit different because he went top route, but oh, there's a good kill, but he does not get the bomb drop. So here's the problem. No drop at all from manhandler. He has no clue at this point where his count is, so he may take a forced bomb before going into a level to set his count to 0.
Yeah, what happened there was KHANAnaphone's bomb was what I like to call too clean. He got too clean of a bullseye off the manhandler, so he didn't get the necessary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits from the manhandler, so he loses out on the bomb, but he has a chance to force that 10 count, but Lack will be the first one into level 4.
Yeah, so LackAttack going in through here, and you want to have 2 bombs for this, but you want to have more than 2 bombs for the optimal path, and this is where you start really looking at the rupee count.
Yeah, KHANAnaphone's got 5 rupees, so he has a shot at doing the 30-30 route. However, keep in mind that KHANAnaphone is more accustomed to doing the red candle route, so I don't think money is going to be too much of a concern for KHANAnaphoone as it's going to be for Lack.
So the next room that we're going to be really concerned about for both of these runners is what we call the breakfast room, the room that you have to clear out in order to get the ladder. Now you see KHANAnaphoone, he's taking a little extra time in this room. That's because he's trying to get himself up to a current count, and I have a feeling it's to try to drive a bomb drop in this next room.
As LackAttack just did in the breakfast room, he got a bomb drop off of Zol's, which is something you normally wouldn't see under normal gameplay. Zol's are in the money dropping group. A pretty solid breakfast room like there for LackAttack. He still has his beam sword, and he'll be the first one to pick up the ladder here at 408. KHANAnaphoone just starting the breakfast room right now. He did force a set of bombs earlier to get his bomb count up to 3 at the moment. He now just has 1 Zol to take care of. A very solid breakfast room, but unfortunately he got bopped by a bubble. So if he was trying to force another bomb count, he just lost it right there. He goes back to 0.
So LackAttack here into this ladder clip room does it pretty soundly here. LackAttack very, very consistent in the tricks that you pull off in this game. KHANAnaphoone out of the ladder room here and still fairly behind where Lack is, all things considering, 4:45 in, but this really is not a place where you can call a race.
No, it's a 20-second race, and don't forget, KHANAnaphoone was like 45 seconds behind Lack in that second race, and he managed to play the most phenomenal second half you could ask for, and he got the lead down to about 10 seconds, so it's definitely early for KHANAnaphoone to say he's out of it.
Unfortunately, KHANAnaphoone is having some difficulty. Here he is trying to set himself up for a count. And we see LackAttack bombing the Gliok. That's why right there he gets the bomb drop.
Yep, absolutely. Forcing that 10 count, you bomb the head, and if you kill the rest of Gliok without getting hit, you'll get that bomb drop. Well played there by Lack. He's got 5 bombs and 23 rupees coming out of level 4 with a 5:29 cutout time. So KHANAnaphoone, right now, he's going to need a really solid Gliok fight in order just to keep within 30 seconds.
Yeah, and already this is not looking like the same kind of fight we saw from LackAttack. Still very solid, but he needs something to give him an edge over LackAttack at this point. Lack with 24 rupees. This is giving him a bigger edge at this point. To make it 25 rupees. He can get a 5 rupee drop coming up here in level 1. He'll be all set for his world record route.
All he needs is a 5 rupee, and he can easily get it from the Stelphos here in level 1. By the way, it's a 28-second lead for Lack exiting level 4. So right now, KHANAnaphoone at 20 rupees. If he did do the 30 route, he would be in good shape to get his 30 rupees. He took a bop there intentionally from the lever. He wants to get his count set up for the next bomb drop here in level 1. And speaking of 5 rupees, Lack does get the 5 rupee out of that Stelphos, so now he definitely has the rupees to do the 30-30 route. He's in excellent shape right now.
Yeah, that's an easy spot right there. Stelphos being part of the rupee dropping group there makes it super easy to try to get it forced off them, and here is the bomb drop to put him up to 7 bombs. Right now, KHANAnaphoone, 21 rupees. I don't think he's really super worried, but we do see his bomb count being 3, so he's going to have to work on that as well.
Yeah, he's going to want to have a few more bombs when he goes into level 2 or 5, depending on the path he takes. Forces a 5 rupee off of the orange Gorilla, so he's able to get his count up to 10, and he stabs his 10th enemy. Rule of thumb here is if you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, you bomb the 10th enemy and it's in some kind of drop group, you're going to get that set of bombs. But if you stab the 10th enemy, you get a 5 rupee instead.
So LackAttack heading over to Aquamentus, the boss here of level 1, 31, 3, and 7. Not going to be worried about the rupees, not going to be really worried about bombs. He's going to try to force a bomb. Oh, and I guess he didn't try to force a bomb. Just using a bomb to make that Aquamentus kill a little faster. 750 out of level 1 for LackAttack.
Yeah, very good, solid level 1 on Lack's side. He is the first out of level 1. KHANAnaphone is now going to take his turn against Aquamentus, and he uses the same bomb right there. And not as clean of a fight that Lack had, but he will go ahead and grab his Triforce at 8:11. So he did gain some time back on Lack. He's now only 21 seconds behind.
26, 2, and 1.
Right.
Critical numbers right there.
Yeah, the one bomb on KHANAnaphone's side, yeah, that is very, very dicey. And again, I don't think rupees are really his concern if KHANAnaphone sticks with the game plan.
Bomb drop.
Very fortunate bomb drop there that KHANAnaphone just got from the blue Octorok. So now he's in the same bomb situation that Lack is in. Now, what I was going to say is if KHANAnaphone sticks to the game plan that he's been doing for the entire tournament, rupees are not going to be a factor. I would imagine he's going red candle all the way. He's not going to change it up now.
It's what's gotten him throughout this tournament. The question is, does he decide to change things up for LackAttack? It doesn't look at.
No, he's not going to at this point. He's going to do what has won him these matches, what has been consistent throughout. He is not going to change it at the last second. Lack taking a bop, unfortunately, from the Tektites there as he purchases his blue candle. KHANAnaphone's going to head to the raft spot to pick up his 8th heart container on his way to the 12 he'll need for the magical sword.
You notice that LackAttack is killing some extra Tektites here on his way to level 5. That's to start building up his count. This is going to become critical in one of the next few rooms we're going to see here as he steals the key but goes... Well, it looks like he went a little too far, but now he's just going to go ahead and play the plan to kill these Gibdos. Does get a bomb drop-off one.
Wow, so if he was building up a count, hey, the Gibdos say, hey, you're building up a count, let's just help you out right now and give you a free candy bomb drop. So well played there by Lack, and he's just going to leave that bomb right there. He'll pick it up after he's done with the room of requirement.
Yeah, I think we're helping to build up our count right now, and we're going to see this count come into play in the room of requirement. Yeah, with the blue dark nuts, 2 bombs kill each one, but if you end up killing one of those blue dark nuts and it's the 10th enemy, it drops you that bomb. Let's see if you can't get one.
Yep, he is going for the 2 bombs. It's 8 hits with the wood sword, and they take away
There
2
it is.
hearts. He's got it, yes. And you saw that the blue dark nut dropped a fairy. That's because they are in the health dropping group. There's another fairy, so Lack getting all the health when he needs it. My goodness.
Sometimes lucky.
Pretty solid room of requirement. He'll go ahead and pick up his recorder here at 10:47. KHANAnaphone's taking his shot at the mall dorm. He gets a bomb drop. He forced that 10 count. Nicely done there for KHANAnaphone.
Now you notice that these runners are picking up keys along the route, and these are keys that are strategically planned in the route because of either how easy it is or it's rooms that you have to clear out. In instance here, you saw LackAttack grabbing the key off the Gibdo in the entrance of level 5. You got to go through this room anyway. You might as well grab the key while you're going through here. It's the way things are routed. As you see him go pick up this bomb off the Gibdos, that's to help him out for the remainder part of this level.
Dongo cooperates with KHANAnaphone, and he's got 8 bombs coming out of level 2 as he picks up his Triforce at 11:29. Now, a question was asked in chat from Redenium, what is a candy bomb? A candy bomb is a term used by the Zelda community, meaning that you got that lucky bomb drop from the bomb dropping group. There's like a 3 in 10 chance from the global that if an enemy from the bomb dropping group, for example, the orange Gorillas, the orange Dark Nuts, or the blue Lionels, you got that lucky bomb because you can either get a bomb that way or force that 10 count.
So right now we're seeing LackAttack finishing off level 5. KHANAnaphone is going to grab this 100 secret. That's going to give him all the rupees he needs for the remainder of this game because both of these runners, they need to buy the bait, they need to buy the arrows by the time they are done before they head into level 7.
That is very interesting. Do you see that? LackAttack built up his 10 count. He stored the bomb, and after killing the Dig Dogger, got a bomb drop. That is something you do not see every day of the week there, man. LackAttack showing us why he is the champion here.
How about the HUD clip there from KHANAnaphone coming out of the 100 secret?
Absolutely. That is just some swag right there as KHANAnaphone is now entering level 5. But man, that is just something you don't see every day of the week, forcing a bomb drop from a dig tugger. I'm in awe here, Rick.
That's right. You know where you are in your count. When you go by these runner streams, you will hear them counting. This is how they're keeping themselves in tune with where they need to be for the counts, where they are in the consecutive counts, and they're always mindful of it. And it's something that you need to do if you're going to try to even take this game seriously at the level that LackAttack and KHANAnaphone do.
Fortunately, that River Zora, they're giving LackAttack a little bit of problems there.
Jeez, right on top of him too. And here's the room requirement here for KHANAnaphone. So far, I think he's got one bomb hit on all of them. Now it's just time to finish off this room. He's trying to get them as much together as possible. He does get the bomb. He does get the bomb drop off one of the blue dark nuts, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's been a clean room of requirement for KHANAnaphone, but kind of slow because unfortunately, nicely done. He gets the fairy, or no, he misses out on the fairy. Disappeared right before he's able to pick it up, so he's down 1 heart. So a little bit of a bad break there for KHANAnaphone.
One thing we haven't touched upon is the concept of how drops work in this, or rather how time in this game is concerned as far as taking hits. Yeah, it's nice to stay alive, but for these kind of runners, you want to try to stay alive with as much health as possible. That's because when you grab the Triforce, you have to do a fill up, and the game will not fade to black and take you back to the end, to the entrance of the level until all your hearts are in or filled up.
Yeah, that's right. So you can get out of there, but if you are down 9 hearts, that fill-up is going to cost you several seconds, and those several seconds have determined some races already in this tournament. Now, there's the rupee drops from the ropes that we're accustomed to seeing. What I was about to say is Lack does not have enough rupees right now to go on his shopping spree at the end of level 2. You need 140 rupees coming out of level 2, or in KHANAnaphone's case, level 5, because you need to purchase bait for 60 rupees and a set of wooden arrows for 80 rupees. There are 2 items necessary to complete the game.
The thing is, you may worry about your rupee counts, but level 2 gives them to you. You get a whole bunch of them off the ropes that you have to kill in some of these required combat rooms. Now, nice clean Dodongo fight there for LackAttack. He's going to head on out of level 2. KHANAnaphone not that far behind, but it does appear that LackAttack is going to be coming out of level 2 with the advantage. Don't forget, KHANAnaphone still has to grab the red candle out of 7. That's going to also be a difference.
There's another thing you should look at right now. LackAttack's coming out of level 2 with 154 rupees, so he's going to have 14 rupees of arrow fodder that is really going to come in handy in level 7, particularly in a river room full of blue Garias, Keys, and Bubbles. KHANAnaphone only has 1 extra rupee, so that is definitely something to look at the rest of the way.
It's something, but the one room you really look for this is in the upcoming river room. You'll when we get to that point. And it looked like that KHANAnaphone was trying to set up the root quarter trick, as we did see LackAttack pull off the tricorder. The tricorder is when you lane against the side of the Armos there, you blow the whistle. It does already start up the Armos' time for it to actually spawn. And this will allow you to skip a whistle later on, as we do see LackAttack grabbing the arrow. He already grabbed the bait, so right now it looks like LackAttack's probably about 25-30 seconds in the lead over KHANAnaphone.
Yeah, it was 16:35 on the arrow grab for Lack. It's 16:54 for KHANAnaphone. So it's 19 seconds right now. But again, as you mentioned, Rick, the red candle is still something that KHANAnaphone's going to have to pick up. So whatever time it takes for KHANAnaphone to grab that red candle, add that to Lack's lead.
Yep, and as you can see, this is systematic menuing.
Yo,
at
BT,
this
what's up,
point.
dude?
It's moving its way over, and
hello.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Yep, and with all that arrow fodder, and Lack's not even going to bother using the arrows. He's going to go for the bomb stretch here on these blue Gorillas. He forces a bomb, and that's something we have seen KHANAnaphone do in that river room. And LackAttack, that was a textbook river room right there. Well played.
Yeah, for us, I'm gonna let you drive the boat.
Anyways, sorry about the noise here as we do go to the Grumble room.
Yep, Lack gonna feed that bait to the hungry gorilla there, so he can proceed to the second half of level 7. I'll tell you what, for not having any arrow fodder, that was a pretty good river room KHANAnaphone just had there.
Are we distracting Lack, or is he focused?
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, Lack's in this channel. Yeah, we'll be quiet.
Well, as we head through 7 here, we do have the. This is the room that KHANAnaphone's going to have to go into the room to get the red candle. KHANAnaphone feeding the bait. So this is where we start measuring the difference here, as we go into the room with the dig dogger.
Yeah, that's correct. So with the dig dogger, Lack will need 2 well-placed bombs to take care of this dig dogger, because this one has 3 segments. Nice bomb right there. Perfect shot for Lack. He is out of that room, and he is going to get some extra bombs because we've got a Brodongo sighting here in level 7. LackAttack with all the bombs now. KHANAnaphone just picked up his red candle. The candle is something that you need in order to gain access to level 8. Difference between the blue candle and the red candle: the blue candle, you can only fire it on the screen once, whereas the red candle, you can fire it as many times as you'd like on the screen, with a maximum of 2 shots on the screen at once.
So LackAttack here coming up to Aquamantis here, takes care of him. 14 rupees, 1 key, 4 bombs. As he leaves level 7 at 1916 is where he grabs the Triforce. We'll go ahead and compare that to when KHANAnaphone. This, again, not a done deal. Things could happen to LackAttack in levels 6, 8, and 9.
When these bubbles are not cooperating with KHANAnaphone, and that is one of the risks of doing the red candle route. It just messes up your patterns of the bubbles. But in spite of that, he made what he made out of it, and he got through it. He still has 3 bombs left to go, but he did take a ton of damage there. So right now, LackAttack is probably looking at about a 45 to 50 second lead at this point. I mean, KHANAnaphone has been playing well, but Lack has been on a roll in this race so far.
So 1958, LackAttack does grab the magical sword. Now, you also keeping track. We have 5 hearts to fill up here for KHANAnaphone as he grabs the Triforce. 20 minutes and 7 seconds. So we are already looking at a 50-plus second deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be too much for KHANAnaphone to come back from, but anything could still happen because level 6 and level 8, you can see gobs of time either gained or lost, depending on how these Wizrobes go. But we've got a couple of magic breakfast rooms here. Lack has plenty of bombs, so he does not have to worry about it at this time. He still has 14 rupees to his name, so arrows are not going to be a problem for the Goma fight that'll be coming up for him.
Textbook Belfry there for LackAttack. And here we go, room 1. The bubble is coming down the middle, so he does have to dodge that really briefly here, but still a very solid room. He does take a bop, but does leave with most of his hearts. He only took that 1 bop.
Well, there's a clock drop from that orange Wizrobe, but he's probably thinking to himself, oh, that's too early for that clock drop. He'd rather see it on the second magical breakfast room that's coming up in a little bit.
Well, the thing with that clock drop, actually, is it tells him where his count is, because now look at this. He does get a bomb drop off one of the Vires, so he knew that going into the Vire room, he was at 5 on the global count because he took 2 extra kills before going into that room.
Yeah, that's knowing your globals right there. And yeah, the expert player, look at this, he gets a clock drop anyway. Amazing.
Now that was not a bad clock to get because all the enemies were lumped together except for that 1 Wizrobe. So that was not a bad clock to actually grab in that instance. Let's see how Magical Breakfast 1 goes for KHANAnaphone. Bubble's staying away, so he gets to do this as fast as he possibly can, and this is going to be a very solid Magical Breakfast 1 here for KHANAnaphone.
Absolutely. Everything lining up for him this time around as Lack takes a bop there, so his refill is going to be a little bit on the steep side. 1 shot, 1 kill of the Goma, so he's going to be the first one out of level 6. His time of Triforce grab is 22 minutes and 12 seconds, so we'll see if KHANAnaphone's able to gain any time off of Lack.
KHANAnaphone has a problem at this point, and he really needs to get this resolved. There's a bomb drop, and I won't be surprised if he goes and tries to chase down those bombs at this point, because he needs them for level 8.
Absolutely, indeed. LackAttack sitting in good shape with the 7 bombs there. KHANAnaphone was at 0 until he got that fortunate bomb drop from the orange Wizrobe there.
LackAttack heading over to level 8. KHANAnaphone making his way over towards Goma. He does have one more room that he has to kill here. Unfortunately, takes the Bob from the fire, and he has to wait out that bubble, which allows him to get Bob. That's the only heart he's going to lose in this dungeon.
Yeah, so his refill is going to be minimum, but he does get beamed from the blue Wizrobe there. A tough break there. 1 shot, 1 kill, does get one of his hearts back. It was 22-12 for Lack. It is going to be a 23-10, so that lead is growing for Lack. 58 seconds now as he enters the first Blue Lagoon room.
Yeah, this here, LackAttack, a little extra time than he would prefer. Takes a bomb, but gets out of Blue Lagoon 1, gets a little bothered by the mummies, kind of blocking the door. And now here we go, Blue Lagoon 2, dubbed the harder of the 2 lagoon rooms.
Yeah, because you have 6 blue Darknuts instead of the 5, and of course those turret statues. That was a very nice Blue Lagoon room there for LackAttack. He ended up getting a fairy drop, so he only loses a half a heart, man. My goodness gracious, LackAttack destroying this race right now as KHANAnaphone has just entered level 8.
Yeah, this is one of the shorter dungeons you have to actually go through. It is combat heavy, but for these kind of runners, they know how to take care of it. As KHANAnaphone goes into Blue Lagoon 1, and there's the 5. This is where the lag comes into play. You can dodge these statues pretty decently here. It takes 1 bob, but the bobs that KHANAnaphone took were all by the beams. LackAttack grabbing the Triforce, 24-18. He's heading to level 9.
Yeah, that was a really, really well done job there he had on the Gleeok fight, that 4-headed Gleeok. And yeah, he's the first out of level 8. KHANAnaphone's had a pretty good level 8 himself, and he's going to come out of there only 1 heart down. So if he can have a good Gleeok fight, his refill is going to be quite minimum. But he's got a bigger problem right now. Look at his bomb count. It's 3. You need to have a lot more bombs than that for level 9.
You notice he is trying to kill some things heading over towards this Gleeok fight, but none of the enemies that are in the bomb dropping group wants to give him any bombs. He can clear that room for bombs, but the problem is you will probably end up losing time trying to clear out that room. So LackAttack here heading over to level 9.
Good Gleeok fight there by KHANAnaphone. He will grab the Triforce, but he actually lost even more time, 25-18. It's exactly a 1-minute lead for Lack going into level 9. So I think it's safe to say at this point, the only thing that's going to help KHANAnaphone is if Lack makes a major mistake in level 9 and takes a untimely death.
And that's something that may end up happening here, but this also is very dependent on KHANAnaphone getting a bomb drop. And the thing is that KHANAnaphone has enough bombs to get him into the Patra 1, but that's not a fight you want to have to do.
No, because Patra 1, you're going to lose 2 hearts every time you get hit by Patra, whether it's the eyeball or the center itself. And KHANAnaphone taking a hit from the rocks there. That is not good to lose a beam sword this early. Ouch.
So here's the Patra and LackAttack. Oh, Patra went just enough to the left to kind of get in the way. Bomb drop there for KHANAnaphone, so that does help for this level 9.
Boy, he needed that bomb drop so desperately right there. The blue Lionel providing for him. Let's see how LackAttack does. Again, in the first required blue wizard room, does take a beam to the face. So already he is down 4 hearts, which really isn't too much of a concern for Lack. But watch that health meter. It could be important down the road here.
Yeah, the next real big target for these runners will be coming up when we get to the reverse C room. Of course, Patra 2 may have some things to say as well coming up right here. Let's see how Lack's skip of Patra 2 works. Can he go through unscathed? Yes, he does. It
is flawless. LackAttack making quick work of that Patra 2. Wow.
Bombed the keys. And does he get the bomb drop? No, he doesn't. He gets a 5 drop.
Oh,
not what Lack wanted to see.
That would have been interesting. That really would have been interesting. He gets a nice drop there.
Oh.
Wow. all the health drops in the world. He's back to the beam sword. What a reverse C that Lack just put up. Folks, Lack putting up a clinic here in this race, but the Bubbles having a few words with Lack before he picks up these silver arrows here. Man, what a job by Lack.
I don't think he really wanted that plan. I think he wanted a bomb drop, but it did work out for him because he ended up storing his way to a fairy drop.
Yeah, that fairy drop got him his beam sword back. And speaking of beam sword, KHANAnaphone still has his, so he's having quite a good level 9 himself, but it just might be too little too late. LackAttack absolutely destroying this race right here. Does take one bop from Patrick too, which is kind of normal, but that is not bad.
Yeah, that's the fast way of getting through there. There is KHANAnaphone will go into reverse C with the beam sword here. LackAttack is in the driver's seat to go with a 2-0 advantage over KHANAnaphone here in this best of 5 championship series. And takes a bump right there, but down to the blue whiz ropes and gets a fairy drop.
Very good.
Only one heart down is KHANAnaphone. LackAttack here gets done with the final of the required whiz rope brooms.
Yep, KHANAnaphone.
And we'll be making his way to Ganon.
Yep, KHANAnaphone just picking up his silver arrows. Both of these players only one heart down right now. Lack taking the intentional damage boost from the spike traps there. All he has to do now is block clip through this diamond staircase. Trying to do a little bit of swag there, but not quite.
Yeah, the way that the block clip works is it doesn't matter what button you use, A button or B button. You can do it with either or, and we're going to go turbo on this Patra. He's going to get bopped around a little bit, but he does get a pretty decent fast Patra 3. Let's head to...
Here's Ganon. We need 4 hits from the magical sword here, and there's 1. He's got the good pattern. 2, 3, 4, and down goes Ganon, and that is going to do it. LackAttack is going to win the first race of the evening and take a 2-0 lead on KHANAnaphone in the championship. Get your GGs out for LackAttack.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in the chat for LackAttack24, finishing with an official SRL time of 29 minutes and 35 seconds.
Well, that is a very rock-solid time right there that LackAttack just put up. That is right around where KHANAnaphone's PB is. So, I mean, LackAttack just put up a clinic in this race. It was night and day compared to the other 2 races against KHANAnaphone. I mean, LackAttack had all kinds of RNG issues on his second race, but not so this time around. LackAttack putting up a strong time here to set the stage. And now KHANAnaphone is up against Ganon right here. Let's see if he can get the 4 hits to secure the Triforce of Power. Here we go.
All right, can he get the good pattern? Well, he loses him immediately, so he's going to go into a backup strat. This is a solid backup strat right there, so good job, KHANAnaphone.
That was a great Ganon fight right there. So we've got more bacon, and KHANAnaphone will finish about 1 minute behind LackAttack. So their level 9s were about even par. Get your GGs out for KHANAnaphone.
And KHANAnaphone finishes with an official SRL time, 30 minutes, 38 seconds. So LackAttack up 2-0 in this best of 5 series. Game 3. Our second game of the night is coming up next. So, Laz, before we get into this next game real fast, what do you think was the things that did it here for LackAttack? Do you think it was an overall effort, or do you think there were certain things that came into play here?
I think it was a little bit of everything here, Rick. He really played exceptionally well throughout the entire race. It didn't seem like much went wrong for Lack. And I mean, KHANAnaphone, he played a great race. I mean, he put up a solid mid 30-minute time, which is going to win most of the time. But when you're up against a runner like LackAttack, you got to be thinking you have to put up at least a sub 30 to have a chance. And I mean, KHANAnaphone, he would have needed to have a good PB, a good race PB to have kept up with LackAttack. I mean, he played well, but LackAttack was just better this time around.
Absolutely. Very solid effort here for LackAttack. He did it. He got it done. So what do you think KHANAnaphone needs to do in race 2?
Well, KHANAnaphone, in my opinion, I think he's got a sub 30. He has to sub 30 this race. I mean, I know he's put up some really good times throughout this tournament, and he put up some really good numbers against LackAttack the first time around. He put up some really good numbers against Bresticle in his elimination bracket finals. But in my opinion, I think KHANAnaphone is going to have to put the pedal to the metal and throw up a sub 30. That is something no one has done against LackAttack in the tournament yet.
And welcome, LackAttack. Congratulations on the win.
Indeed. Congratulations, LackAttack. A very, very respectable time that you just put up, at 29:35. Go over this run with us.
Thank you. Well, I was really just trying not to die early. Got some good counts in one. I was able to force the bomb off Gleok. That was good. That was pretty risky, but you got to risk it, I guess. And then, yeah, 5, I just kind of took really carefully the recorder room. I just kept waiting on him, and I lost a lot of time in that room. But honestly, the rest of the run went really well. I got some pretty good bomb drops. I forced the bomb in the river room. Got a Dodongo on the way to the Wallmaster room. 8 was okay. 9... I can't get Patra to go right. I don't know the secret.
Patra being Patra-like, but I'll tell you what, there's one thing that put me in awe in this race, and that was you forcing that bomb drop from the Dig Dogger. That was amazing what you did there.
Yeah, I was counting the whole time, and since I stole the key from the Gibdo in the burn unit, and I killed both the top ones, that final Gibdo does not drop an item. So that was the 10th enemy. So I killed Dig Dogger with a sword, and that was a stored bomb from that guy. So that's why I was able to get it from Dig Dogger. I hadn't tried that before, but thought it would be cool.
Yeah, that was a very solid bomb storage right there on that Dig Dogger. Real well done, and we welcome KHANAnaphone into the conversation as well. GG.
Yeah, so we had a pretty good first race, but, we got to do better in the next race, and we got to get out there, give it 110%, and we got to, work together, and it's a team effort, and we have to work together as a team, and
fight.
It done in the second period.
I'll tell you what,
I think a team tournament would actually be kind of fun. Like you and the other person, you just add up your times and you play 2-on-2 versus other people.
that would be an interesting concept. I would like to see something like that. I think that'd be fun.
I come up with ideas. That's it. I don't execute them. So somebody else has to do that.
Could we just make it like a hockey team and do a line change midway through the run?
That would be
great.
Yeah.
But anyways, KHANAnaphone, a very solid run that you put up right there. One thing I wanted to point out was that looked like you had some trouble getting those blue dart nuts to cooperate in the room of requirement. But other than that, it seemed like you had a pretty solid run.
No, that room was fine. There's no problem with that room.
No?
I got my bomb dropped, and that was about average.
Oh, okay. Well,
I had a lot of other problems.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like you had a pretty solid effort throughout the entire run. It's just that, LackAttack just had the afterburners on the entire time, and if he's in that kind of zone, there's really not much you can do about it. You just got to play your race.
I had constant bomb issues, too.
Yeah, 7 also kind of was rough to you, especially especially in the reverse C Wallmaster room.
That was my fault. I just turned around, so they split up. But I mean, that's sort of using bombs there, it's sort of risky.
Well, let's see how race number 2 for the night goes. You're down 2-0. What are you going to do in game 3?
Well, I'm going to get out there and play 110%.
He's going to win, man.
Well, I'm kind of biased because I'm on commentator for Game 3, but let's just give our everyone that's watching here on Speed Gaming a great match. Good luck to you two in Game 2.
Thanks.
Here we go.
All right, that's going to do it for us for now. As mentioned, I'll be back for Game 3 if we come to that point. Laz, I know you'll be back a little bit later on as well if we extend this series.
Sounds good. And LackAttack, just one victory away from claiming the 2018 Zelda No Up+A tournament. We will find out what happens as we throw it over to Bresticle and Redbird Grad for game number 2.
Have fun, guys. We're out for now.
Thank you so much, Laz and Rick. That was a great first match. I have goosebumps going through my body. I am joined here with Redbird Grad, your friend Red Blue Green, getting ready to get this match number 2 underway.
What's up there, Bresticle? How you doing, man?
I'm shaken.
I know, right? That was pretty hype. I was pretty ecstatic from that first one. It was everything we thought it was going to be. No crazy deaths in the beginning. Pretty close all the way through, and is what we expect from 2 top-tier runners here.
I know, and Khan is in a very serious situation here. You don't want to get shut out by the LackAttack.
No, man, he's got to pick up a game here, and if he does in this one, he's not stealing anything. I mean, Khan has been very, very consistent himself all the way through this tournament. He's been putting up great times, and he is playing at the top of his game. I mean, if anything, if anyone's going to steal one, get one from Lack, KHANAnaphone's going to do it.
And looking at the beginning of that first race, LackAttack took like a 225 or something out of 3. I would love to have that kind of slow pace out of Lack coming out of 3 for a race, but it turned out that he just kept going. He got a really great time, and Khan didn't capitalize.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't let him get ahead of you because he closes so strong, right? I mean, his 6.89 is, elite. I mean, it's the best in the world, world class type of thing. So, like you said, I mean, you want to see like a 225, 230, something like that out of Lack out of 3, and an average 4 or something like that. So you're ahead of him coming out of 1. That's what you have to beat Lack, and let's hope he gets another one like that.
Yeah, or at least just stay close to him because it really puts the pressure on.
For sure. What's interesting here is Lack's got the sword over there, so you think he starts second quest here and has to restart and gonna give KHANAnaphone 30 seconds here?
Well, he did say KHANAnaphone was gonna win, so I assume playing second quest would invalidate his race, or at least make him take a 35 instead of a 29.
Right? I mean, a little tougher there, right?
Yeah. However, KHANAnaphone has been playing second quest too, and he is doing quite well with Zelda after kind of neglecting it for a while. I took the brunt end of that last Thursday.
Yeah, he put a lot of work in when he was doing he did a first and second quest back to back. I think it was for a marathon or something like that here a week or 2 ago. Put a lot of work into both of them, and he has really dropped his second quest time, and first quest has just become, like you said, I mean, you were on the losing end of it, but just become world class himself. So he's put a lot of work in, and it's paying off for him.
It has. He is a world-class gamer. Between Big 20s and Best of Ness and these little games he picks up and takes world records in, he's quite an amazing player all around. And, I'm just in my little Zelda corner over here watching things go down.
Yeah, same here. So kind of educate me. What else does he run?
Oh, man. Have you seen Anticipation? Have you seen
I have not been blessed by Anticipation. No, I have not.
Oh, man. It's, yeah, here he was also working on, what is it? I don't want to get it wrong. I'll get made fun of in chat. But Street Fighter 2020, 2010, I think he's going to be going to pretty soon here.
Oh, that's beautiful. And looks like they're ready now, our C room, Bresticle. So buckle in, man. We are ready to go for game 2 here.
I am locked and loaded. I'm clicked, and I am feeling safe, and the airbags are ready.
Hit the brakes, they'll fly right by.
Whew. The suspense.